baseball on Comcast Sportsnet, part of the NBC Sports Group.
Last night, the Athletics returned home to Oakland after playing 17 of 20 on the road. It was also the return of leadoff man Coco Crisp, who did not wait around for his impact to be felt. Coco hits one high to right. Wells is going back, and that baby is gone. 1-0 Athletics. What has become the norm with this team, strong pitching and spectacular defense, fueled the green and gold to another victory. This pitch to Montero is ripped. Left field, Cespedes. He made the catch. With 5 games remaining, the A's will send Dan Straily to the mound. The 23-year-old rookie will look to duplicate his strong performance in Texas. The playoff push continues. Game 2 next. Beautiful Saturday afternoon for baseball at the O.co Coliseum. Should be a nice crowd. Bob Melvin and the Athletics closing in on a postseason berth. And today it'll be the youngster Dan Straily trying to get the job done. And the standings, the Rangers and the A's. The A's just 3 back in the West. Now, in that wild card, the Orioles and the Red Sox are going to play later. The Rangers and the Angels are currently in a rain delay. In fact, they have not been started. A lot of rain down in Texas. And the Rays and the White Sox will start in just a little bit. Hi again, everybody. Welcome to Oakland A's Baseball, along with Ray Fossey. I'm Glenn Kuiper. You saw the youngster Dan Straily. He will be making his 7th Major League start today. Ray, his last one down in Texas. Difficult lineup, difficult atmosphere, and he pitched very well.
And speaking of 7, he had 7 days in between starts. He was supposed to pitch in New York on Saturday. They held him off to pitch against the very tough Rangers in Arlington, but he did a great job. Everything was working, including a good fastball. He struck out Kinsler with a couple of guys on base, but the curveball was working, the fastball, the changeup. Did a great job considering that was his first ever start in that environment in Texas. 40-some-odd thousand. He quieted them very quickly with his great pitching.
Seattle Mariners will send Jason Vargas to the mound. He's a 14-game winner, and Ray, A's have seen a lot of him in the last 3 years, and he always pitches well against the Athletics.
About 5 times already this season, but he's changed every time he pitches against the A's. He'll use more fastballs one time. He'll do some changeups. He's turning his package. You see there, something new for him this year. But he's pitched well, and of course, 14-game winner on the season. He hopes to improve on that, but the A's know that they're going to face a lefty. Johnny Gomes, by the way, a big 3-run home run in Seattle off the Jackie Robinson side. This kid knows how to pitch. Vargas does, but the A's also feel very hot and ready to go this afternoon.
Straily and Vargas, there's your pitching matchup for Game 2 of the series. A's won big last night. They'll try to do it again this afternoon. Again, inching closer to a postseason berth in the American League. We'll have lineups and first pitch from the Coliseum when we come back.
A's Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. By Toyota, check out the great deals at your local Toyota dealer today. And by Xfinity, home of the most live sports.
A's take the field for Game 2 of this 3-game series against the Seattle Mariners. A's looking for their 90th win of the year. And it is a very nice day at the ballpark. Game time weather brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Get to the beach. The admission-free boardwalk is open this weekend. 63 degrees, just a light breeze. Not a cloud in the sky. It's a little Indian summer going on. And that is a good time of year. Let's look at the lineup this afternoon for the Seattle Mariners. It starts with Dustin Ackley at second. Franklin Gutierrez back in the lineup. He's in center. Seager's at third. Jaso will do the DHing tonight. Smoke, the switch hitter. Then Saunders, who homered last night. Olivo, Wells, and Trienfeld. Carlos Trienfeld.
Dan Straily making his first ever appearance against the Seattle Mariners, but all he has to do is look back to a start against the Rangers. 2-1 on the season. Should be 4-1. He had a chance to win his major league debut also last Monday, but the Rangers came back tied and won the game in the 9th inning. But great pitching, and if you can hold the Rangers to 1 earned run in 6 2/3 innings, he's doing a remarkable job, and he did that on Monday in his last start.
So stepping in is Dustin Ackley, and we are set to go from the Coliseum. So Ackley hitting .229. 12 home runs. He's got 50 runs batted in. He's won last night 8-2. This one's hit to left field. Cespedes fighting that sun a little bit, but he's under. He's got it, and that's out #1. Here's the A's defense today. See Cespedes, he's in left. Crispin center, Reddick in right. Donaldson, Drew, Rosales, and Moss with Norris doing the catching.
Kev, you mentioned the Indian summer and, of course, the warmer weather. Remember the ball Stephen Drew hit last night to left field to the wall. Was caught, but this day today, the ball would be carrying a little bit better. I think Ackley hit his particularly hard to left field, just a fly ball, but if you drive the ball, should have a chance to get out. Straily, a home run to Hamilton on a changeup. The ball, I think, is still going somewhere. Crushed it.
Gutierrez gets jammed, popped up left side. Donaldson's under, and he's got it for out #2. So A.J. Griffin pitched well last night, and he got his 7th win.
Ascoby Thief thought the Mariners might be sitting on his curveball, and it's just that maybe because he had faced him up in Seattle, he threw a very good curveball. Scouting reports, and he made some good adjustments last night. A.J. did after seeing his curveball hit a little bit. Went more to the cut fastball, good changeup, and ended up pitching into the 6th inning.
So here's Kyle Seager. And a first pitch strike on the outside corner. Seager leading the Mariners in RBIs with 82. He had a hit last night, 1 for 4.
Saturday baseball at the Coliseum. Woke up this morning, thought it was Sunday just because of the day game.
A little bit, yeah.
But it's a beautiful day and not a cloud in the sky. September, meaningful baseball. Couldn't be better.
The umbrella's out not because of rain, because of nice sunshine.
Arlington, Texas, if they're in the stands, they have the umbrellas up for the rain that's still going.
Yeah, the Rangers and the Angels, huge game there. They're scheduled to get started, but it is dumping in Dallas is what we are told.
Eyesight changed a little bit. Good elevated fastball from Dan Straily. Norris caught him in his last start down at Arlington in that warm Monday evening.
2-2 pitch is foul back.
Well, A.J. Griffin coming off a couple of starts in which he was not particularly that great, but last night did well. Gave up the home run to Robinson on the curveball, hit it straight away center. But best thing about what A.J. Griffin has been able to do is make adjustments in game. Once he sees something might not be working, he can make the adjustment and have success.
Off speed, swing and a miss, so it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Straily, and he finishes it with a strikeout. No score after a half an inning.
Center fielder, number 4, Coco.
First inning, and here come the Athletics in the bottom of the first. It'll be Coco Crisp in the leadoff spot, followed by Drew, Cespedes, Moss, Gomes, Reddick, Donaldson, Norris, and Rosales.
And it is left-hander Jason Vargas, his 6th start of the season against the Athletics of his previous 32. And to the lefty, who has given up a home run in each of his last 5 starts, or 4 starts to the Athletics. A couple by Cespedes, one by Reddick, one by Gomes. The big one by Johnny Gomes the last start on the 9th of September at Safeco Field. A big one, a 3-run shot, the only mistake he made in the afternoon.
First pitch is a strike on the outside corner.
His fastball's not over pine cap, it's just upper 80s, but he'll move it around, inside, outside, make it seem a lot harder. 3 different types, cutter included.
But I heard Bob Melvin talking with Ken Korak on the radio show today, and he said they were going to try something a little bit different and put some left-handed hitters in there against Vargas, because he's had a lot of success against the A's, and that success came with almost all right-handed hitters in the lineup. So manager said, hey, I put a few left-handed hitters in there and maybe take away that changeup a little bit anyways.
Drew is in there, but the one guy you mentioned is Brandon Moss.
Well, he's in the cleanup spot.
Exactly. He's hitting 4th and playing first base again. Great plays defensively last night for Brandon Moss.
Coco reaches for it. Smoke, and it's going to drop, one bounce and then into the seat, so Smoke cannot quite get to it. Mariners, the defense has Saunders in left, Gutierrez in center, Wells in right, Seager at third, Trianfol at short, Ackley at second, Smoke at first, and Miguel Olivo gets to start behind the plate. So a youngster at shortstop, Carlos Trianfol. Swing and a miss by Coco Crisp. So that's out number 1.
And that was a changeup he talked about. And you recall in the game on the 9th of September, this changeup maybe out of the strike zone. Olivo sets up in the middle of the plate, the ball away from Coco, but he still went after it. But after Gomes hit a 3-run home run off Vargas on a fastball inside, the next at bat threw him 3 changeups, not 1 strike, and Johnny kept flailing at them, and he knew he was going to get it, but that's how good of a changeup Vargas was throwing then, and he just threw another one.
He's got now 135 strikeouts on the year in over 200 innings.
He was at about 85% fastballs and changeups.
It was 27% changeups, right, which is a lot.
Over half fastballs, so mix and match them. And still think the pitcher, especially a lefty with a good changeup, facing a lot of righties, if he can use the inside part of the plate with the fastball, changeups away, he's going to get a lot of swing and misses.
0-2 to Stephen Drew. And this one hit to right. Fastball maybe got in on Drew just a little bit. So that's out number 2. And here's our true story brought to you by McDonald's. Cespedes has got a couple of home runs against Vargas this year, April 7th and June 26th.
He got the big one in Seattle, but the bigger one was here on the A's opening night. That Vargas kind of looked at Cespedes and said, you hit one above the lower suites in left center, you should admire it. And Vargas didn't like it, but he left the pitch out for Cespedes to extend his arms, and he crushed it.
Well, this is the 18th game these two teams have played. Cespedes hits one very high to left. Going back is Saunders, and it is off the wall. And Cespedes is going to have a long double, and he just missed it.
Talk about a towering fly ball. Umpire ran out very quickly above the yellow line of the out-of-town scoreboard. Is a home run. Fastball, and extended his arms again. Vargas looking at Cespedes, as Cespedes was not really running hard. I think he thought he got enough to get it in to the front row, but did not hit below the yellow line, and he's up at second base with a first pitch double.
So for Cespedes, his 25th double of the year. And here's Moss. Moss, a little pop-up behind third, and it is going to drop foul. Seager chased it, could not quite come up with it. But what I was saying about Cespedes, he's got 5 home runs against the Mariners this year in 17 games. And a couple of them against Vargas. He almost had his 6th.
Also a big one against Iwakuma that helped the A's win a game that Millwood started, had to leave early. Iwakuma came in, Millwood gave up a home run. I think that was Coco, and then the Cespedes, and the A's won 2-1.
Swing and a miss by Moss, 0-2. Vargas will give up the long ball, though. It's just kind of the way it is with him. 35 home runs allowed this year in 210 innings.
It's a changeup to a left-hander, and that's something the former Mariner, Jamie Moyer, the ancient Mariner actually, as long as he was pitching, as old as he was, but he developed a very good changeup against lefties, and a lot of lefties has followed him to the point that they like to throw changeups if they see more lefties on the line.
Outfield shifted around toward left. Slider down and away. Moss with 20 homers, 42 RBIs, and a .277 batting average. Well off the line in right field is Casper Wells. Hey, the old Mariner look, huh? The original.
He's not that old. Ken Griffey Jr. just waiting for his first year of eligibility to the Hall of Fame. First ballot Hall of Famer for Griff, who his great play helped build Safeco Field in Seattle.
That one hit high to right field, but Wells is underneath it. He's got it side retired. So Cespedes with the long double, but he is stranded, and we are scoreless after 1.
It's 10 for 1 on 10-1. That's $10 tickets in the Plaza outfield on the 1st of October as the A's make a push to the postseason. Check out this and other dynamic deals on oaklandathletics.com/dynamic deals. Green collar baseball working overtime. Green collar baseball. Wedding baseball. Green collar, blue collar, white collar, any collar.
Jaso to lead it off, hitting in the cleanup spot, followed by Smoke and Saunders. The Rays and the White Sox are underway. Bottom of the first in Chicago, no score. White Sox won last night. So that's a game we're going to watch. Tigers got a home run from Prince Fielder early. They lead 1-0 in Minnesota. Tigers with a 1-game lead over the White Sox in the Central. And it's a 4-pitch walk to John Jaso.
Well, for Dan Straily, fastball command is the most important thing for him.
Batting in the 5th position.
If he walks batters, which he very rarely does, then that's usually the reason. See his pitch selection, 4 pitches, and mostly fastball sliders. Changeup is very good. But his command is the number 1. Fastball velocity-wise is low 90s. But if he spots it as well as we have seen him, then he'll get some big outs.
Here's Smoke. A little bit up and away. Smoke's been a hot hitter. He was 1 for 4 last night. He's got 20 hits in his last 48 at-bats. The Blue Jays beat the Yankees today, Ray, 3-2.
How about that? Huh? Think they're not some spoilers. John Farrell and his crew.
Rajay Davis had a couple of big RBIs in that game, and Toronto again 3-2 final over the Yankees. Smoke, a big bouncer, grabbed by Moss, steps on the bag at first and then throws it into right field. Jaso's up, trying for third, and he's going to make it. And the throw goes into the dugout, and Jaso's going to be allowed to come in and score. So there was a lot going on there, and when it's said and done, there's probably going to be a couple of errors on one play.
E3 to left field, E7 in the dugout.
And that is it, E3, E7, and
so a simple ground ball to first, and the throw, unfortunately for Stephen Drew, right into the runner, and he had no chance to do anything, just stood there. As Jaso was sliding, then Cespedes, a very strong arm. Meanwhile, Dan Straily didn't know where to back up. He was running all over the place, could not back up quickly enough as you see him head towards the dugout. So an unearned run, but a costly run, should not have happened. Almost the point that as hard as the ball was hit, Moss could have come forward, got a better angle to second, got the lead runner, but he was right on the bag, tagged the bag, and unfortunately, Jaso kept running.
So here's Saunders. So the Mariners with a 1-0 lead. And once that ball goes in the dugout, and then it's an automatic extra base for the base runner. And we've seen that in other ball. Well, all the other ballparks have railings in front. This one does not. If it hits the railing, you're fine. If it goes down the stairway, then it's an error, and you get that extra run. But here, there is no railing in front. And there's another walk to Saunders.
And that's 4 pitches to Jaso, 4 pitches to Saunders, the exact same spot. Fastball's outside, and trying to go inside the Smoke, which is dangerous to lefties, but he's going to face a hitter after a visit from his pitching coach, Olivo, who doesn't take a lot of pitches, but you have to be careful. We talk about a first baseman trying to get a good angle. Watch where Moss, he is right in, no chance to move, so the throw went right in, actually behind Jaso. If it had been to the shortstop side, might have been a put out. At least Drew would have caught the ball, but he could not reach back with the throw behind the runner. Moss would have been better to have hit Jaso with the throw.
Batting in the 7th position and catching, number 30, Miguel Olivo.
So a runner at first with one out, and here is Olivo. As Ray said, he will take a rip early in the count, so you do have to be careful.
You know, Dan Straily has enough pitches. He doesn't have to stay with the fastball to miss as badly as he has to two left-handed hitters. Everything outside.
Now Saunders is a big guy. He's about 6'5". And he can run. He's got 20 stolen bases this year, and he's only been thrown out 4 times. He has the Coco Crisp stance over there at first, where he kind of turns his body towards second base a little bit. So he's a threat to go.
He might not run now and possibly run into an out with a pitcher who's having a tough time throwing a strike.
So 1-1 the count. On deck is Casper Wells. Umpires today, Marty Foster calling balls and strikes. The crew chief is Jeff Kellogg. He's down at first. Saunders has a decent lead at first, but he's not going. And Olivo, he swung and actually fouled it, or maybe he swung it and hit him. I don't know, but he swung at it.
I think, and hopefully the way he got up, the ball hit the bat as he was trying to get out of the way. Started his swing, went through, but the ball hit his bat and off Derek Norris, and down goes Olivo. He is very aggressive, and that time trying to hold up his swing, but you see it hit his bat. I guess better to hit the bat than him.
That's true. Curveball, strike 3 call. Olivo thought it was high. He's jawing with Foster.
Well, it's a high curveball, but did it break down quickly enough? According to Marty Foster, it did. Right towards the middle of the plate, about bell tie, and may or not.
Okay, we'll take it.
Robinson last night, Olivo today, and that was an Exmo.
Exmo is brought to you by Cache Creek Casino Resort. So here's Wells with 2 outs now. So we mentioned that Yankees score. The Orioles are now just a half game out of first place in the East, and the Orioles will play a little later this afternoon at home against the Red Sox. Runner goes, throw to second base is late.
A second look by Dan Straily.
Picked off.
Saunders is going to be out. It's one of those one look take off as soon as Straily put his head towards the plate, and that's why you change, you alter your delivery, and man, he got such a jump. I'm surprised Norris even threw. Fortunately, Rosales came up and took the throw with absolutely no chance to throw him out.
So 0-1 to Wells. Wells was in the starting lineup last night. He was 0 for 2 with a couple of walks. He's got some power, 8 home runs. That one fouled straight back.
That was a pretty good pitch to hit. 92-mile-an-hour fastball, 4-seamer right down the middle. Jeff that's asking the home plate umpire for the correct call, which is 1 and 2. I don't know. The scoreboard says 1 and 2. I guess he wanted to confirm it. 2 outs and a runner in second. Contact, you go regardless.
Wells hits one toward right center. Reddick to his right. He's under it. Side retired. So the Mariners get a run. Kind of a crazy run. And they do it without a hit. 1-0 Seattle. 9th of this year. And there's the home run Ray talked about in Seattle. 3-run shot. It gave the A's a 3-0 lead. They won the game 4-2, and that helped them sweep the Mariners earlier this month. So here is Gomes facing Vargas.
Johnny has to be thinking, how many changeups am I going to get today? Throws a fastball inside, it might hit Johnny. Johnny got hit also in the knee in the same game, early September. Vargas has to know, as Olivo does, that Johnny Gomes has power, mostly as a pull hitter. So anything inner half the plate, he's very strong and could pull it into the seats again. So they're going to stay away.
So that home run is the only hit Gomes has had against Vargas in his career. 1 for 12 with 8 strikeouts, but the big home run. So we're going to talk about Vargas changeup a lot, and if you're watching at home, if you see a pitch that's 80 miles an hour or 81 or 79, that's the changeup.
And a good one.
And you'll see it a lot.
And he turns his back. Vargas does out of the windup, so it's very deceptive, especially coming out of his hand softly. And there it is.
80 miles an hour, and that's the second strikeout.
Got Coco on a changeup outside, and this one way outside, and Johnny flailed at it, and how far the ball is off the plate into the left-handed batter's box. But you know, that's a time where, as a right-hander, you cheat a little bit by getting right on top of the plate. Just stand as close as you can and dare him to pitch you inside, react, want to pitch in, but if you get a change-up away, and if you're on top of the plate, you can recognize it probably, or at least you hope a little bit better, and take the pitch that's off the plate.
So 1-1 to Reddick. Reddick was 1 for 4 last night. He's 4 for 15 with a home run in his career against Vargas. Outfielders playing very shallow. Popped up on the infield. Remember, it's a tough sun that side. Train fell is under. So this time of day, Ray, you see anything go up in the air, left field, left center, left side of the infield, you got to bail that sun.
And as a hitter, you have to run. You don't assume it's going to be caught.
Number 20, Josh Donaldson.
I guess as the afternoon goes on, it becomes more towards center and right. Is that correct?
Yes, and actually it's getting closer to October, so it's changing a little bit. But still, right now, the left side, and especially with no clouds in the sky, left side of the infield is going to be tough. But in this great game, you never assume anything. We saw it in New York, and Nick Swisher had a pop-up, put his head down, and was upset that he missed the pitch and got to first base, and it dropped. You just cannot do that anytime, and especially this time of the season.
1-1 to Donaldson. Now Vargas has gone over 200 innings for the second consecutive year. He's now at 211 innings. So a nice milestone for him. He's had nice progression. This is his third full year as a starter. 2010, 192 innings. Last year, 201. And then this year, 211. I guess that's what you'd like to see from a starter. He's 29 years old, so he's not necessarily a youngster anymore. But saw his name in trade rumors a lot. To right field, it's hit pretty well. Wells going back, and now circling underneath it, he's got it side retired. So it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Jason Vargas. 1-0 Seattle after 2. Fame, King and Fosse are among 41 finalists who have advanced to the second round of voting for the Ford C. Frick Award. The top 3 vote getters from the fan finals will be placed on the final Frick Award ballot, with the other 7 finalists determined by a Hall of Fame committee. Visit facebook.com/baseballhall to vote for Bill and Ray through October 5th. So the Mariners with a 1-0 lead.
I look a little nervous there with the headset on, listening to Vincent Ken in the stands, and
he's got postseason fever.
Yeah, wringing his hands a little bit. Come on, guys. Second inning, third inning.
Carlos Triunfal leads things off, the young shortstop. And there's a strike on the inside corner. So a quick 0-2 to Triunfal.
Yeah, Brendan Ryan last night given an error, and I don't think it's been changed. Just waiting.
I have not seen. Should be.
But gets the afternoon off. Maybe the index finger, or the middle finger, bothering him a little bit.
Rolled third base line foul. Triunfal is just 22 years old. So he was a youngster when the Mariners signed him back in 2016, which is, you can't sign him any younger than that.
As soon as that clock turns midnight, 12:01.
Right. Phone rings.
Contract time. Let's go.
From the Dominican Republic. That one bounced in the hole. Drew has it. Long throw across in time, and that's out.
There's a case of Stephen Drew going to the hole and quickly throwing to first base, and that's the key. The make the catch and then quickly get rid of it, as he did. Triunfal runs well, but still a quick release and enough on the throw to get the speedy shortstop.
So here's the top of the order, and Dustin Ackley. Ackley 1 for 5 last night with a strikeout. First at bat today, he hit a fly ball to left field. So Ackley going through some growing pains this year. Last year he was brought up in the middle of the year, and he ended up hitting .273 in 90 games. But this year the average at .229. Sometimes you learn more in the year where you struggled than in the year where you have success.
You learn quickly. There's a lot of scouting reports, and they'll eat you alive with the reports and how they try to get guys out. A game of adjustments. Both sides of the plate. A's cap, A's t-shirt, glove in hand, hit me a ball. Let's go. Ready to get some autographs on the bill of the cap.
More action for Cespedes, and he's got it. So Ackley, for the second time, flies out to Cespedes. 2 out. And that'll bring up Franklin Gutierrez.
Number 21, Franklin Gutierrez.
Gutierrez popped out to Donaldson in the first inning. Gutierrez on Thursday in the game down in Anaheim ran into the wall in the 5th inning and dinged up a little bit. He did not play last night. Feels better today. What was that? Nachos?
Those are the best nachos in all of baseball, right there.
Best nachos in any stadium, in any ballpark. Numero uno. Another pop up toward Donaldson, and he's going to again fight the sun, and he makes the catch. So Gutierrez pops out, Second time to Donaldson, and that's a nice 3-up, 3-out inning for Straily. Come on. Subway Eat Fresh asks Glenn and Ray a question. Diana from Reddington asks, I love watching Ty Waller, coach first base. He seems to always be joking with the guys. Is this for the benefit of the players to keep them loose, or is it just that's his personality?
That's just
love
his
smile.
Personality. He is got what's the real name here?
Well, I think we should, in fairness to the questioning, we should expand on Ty Waller a little bit.
Well, he's got a great personality.
He does. He'll laugh.
When he talks, you listen because he's got that
Deep
infectious
voice.
laugh,
Yeah.
and he talks loud so the guys can hear him. But
Elliot Tyrone Waller.
oh, so much for Ty.
There you go. He's not Ty anymore. He's Elliot. Elliot Tyrone Waller. Ty's from Fresno.
Yes, he is.
So
Every chance he has, he goes home. When the A's happen to have an off day or something, he
lives in San Diego now, but grew up in Fresno, California, Hoover High School. There's a line drive right into the glove of Ackley by Norris, so that's out number one. But yeah, Ty's a good guy. He's fun to talk to.
Well, he works very hard, and I think the best thing about Ty Waller working with the outfielders, he position them, but the work he has done with Cespedes. Remember, Cespedes was a center fielder coming over from Cuba and started the season in left field. Or actually started in center and then moved to left field. So Ty had to work with him. The adjustments he had to make playing left field. Coco eventually moved back to center field where he originally was. Cespedes playing great in left field, and all that hard work that Ty's put in with not only Cespedes but every other outfielder. And he hopes his right fielder gets a Gold Glove this year. Josh Reddick.
Rosales pops it up, shallow center. And Gutierrez has it, and that's out number two. So Cespedes had that 2-out double in the first inning. 6 in a row retired since then by Vargas.
Now batting, center fielder.
And this is what happens with Vargas, Ray, when he's on and he's pitching well. He just kind of goes right through it.
Yeah.
And he gets in a pretty good groove. So the A's need to get something going.
Well, and the most important thing as well, the A's need to get going, but Dan Straily needs to pitch well enough that he can hold down the Mariners, and just the unearned run so far. That's been enough at this point.
Fastball just a touch outside to Coco Crisp, who struck out swinging in the first inning. Outside corner, 1-1.
And that Chili Davis, the A's hitting coach, would do to think about the 5 previous starts that Vargas has had against the Athletics. Look at some video, try to get a pattern, if anything, and try to pick up some things he might be doing. But the thing that Vargas has done well this year, he has not stayed in one count. He has altered his type of delivery, working inside with fastballs. He'll throw more changeups at one time. It's impressive.
That's always a good note. We'll go out in front of that one.
Number 10.
So got him from the right side, but since that 2010, and he's had that turn right there where he turns his back to the hitter, makes it a little more difficult to pick up the ball.
Hit a long ways to right field. Wells on the run. He's not going to get it. It bounces up against the wall, and Coco is going to hit the brakes and stop at second base.
Play me shallow, I'll beat you. And Coco's got that hidden power. Saw it last night, a home run from the left side, and Wells playing very shallow in right field. And that's the approach you have against Vargas. He's very good. He's going to stay away. Not going to take a chance making a mistake inside. And bounce one hop against the wall, short hop the wall. So I don't know that playing in a normal position, Wells has been able to get to the ball. Coco thinking about 3, realizing 2 outs. He can score from second anyway. So decided to stop there.
So that is double number 23 for Coco Crisp. And now here's Stephen Drew. Drew hit a fly ball to right field in the first inning. So an A's opportunity here to tie up the ball game. Mariners got an unearned run in the second inning. A couple of errors by the A's on the same play. Swing near the A's dugout, and a youngster reached out. He was waiting for it, and he made a nice play. Did not need the sunglasses. They're on top of the hat.
I hope he didn't need them. Couldn't put them on that fast. But that's a good play.
Yeah.
Front row seats, and he makes the play.
1-2 pitch to Drew, and he just got a piece of it. In Chicago, the Rays have taken the lead. Ben Zobrist with an RBI double, and then Jeff Keppinger with a 2-run homer. So the Rays lead 3-0 in the third inning, and that's Chris Sale. Sale, a 17-game winner for the White Sox, facing Matt Moore. A couple of good young lefties in that one. But the Rays drop a 3 spot.
And the Rays have excellent pitching.
They sure do.
They continue to throw a good start out every day, every 5th day, and Shields pitchers well. They've got David Price. And Alexa pitched yesterday, last night.
And Drew strikes out. A 2-2 changeup to a left-handed hitter. He does not care what side of the plate you hit from. So strikeout, runner stranded, and we're on to the 4th. 1-0 Seattle.
with the wild card games on Friday, October the 5th. Check local listings for the dates, times, and channels in your area. It's coming up.
So 4 more games left in the regular season. Who knows what's going to happen at the end of the day on Monday?
I don't think anybody knows what's going on anytime. The A's do know they're going to be starting a rookie every day.
That is true.
They're going to keep trying to win every day, which they did last night. Angels in Texas still in the rain delay.
That one's drilled to right center. That's hit pretty well. Coco Crisp moving to the wall. Gone. Seager homers. It's 2-0.
$90-mile-an-hour fastball and fall behind. Throw a fastball, and that's the pitch that today has not been working for Dan Straily. He's missed location. This one, though, low fastball. Lefties, most of them like the pitch that Seager just hit. With a warm day, sunny day, and Coco couldn't jump high enough to catch it.
Here's Jaso. First pitch breaking ball is outside. So home run number 19 for Seager.
He can get up the elevation, but it's hit too well.
So that's a lot of home runs. Of course, a bunch came in one game against the Angels.
Yes, and then Matt Wieters took him deep twice.
Gave up 4 to the Angels in his second start. Nonetheless, 10 home runs in 38 innings is a lot. So now 3-1 to Jaso. Smoke in the on-deck circle. Mariners now with a 2-0 lead. Outside corner. Jaso thought it was ball 4. He took about 3 steps toward first base. Sorry, Marty.
It's the pitch that Straily's trying to get to the corner, and if he does that, then he'll be okay. But it's a tough pitch. Try to nail the outside corner.
And a swing and a miss. So Jaso, now he's going to chat with Marty Foster again.
He's going to say, is that the same pitch you just called? Because I swung at it because you called it, and it was.
So third strikeout for Straily. Here's our trivia question today, brought to you by AT&T. When was the last season the Mariners won the AL West? Good question. When did they last win the AL West? We'll tell you this. We won't give you the year, but we'll tell you they had a pretty good year.
And the A's won over 100 games.
And it wasn't that close.
And they were 14 behind.
There you go. Do the math.
But unfortunately for the Mariners, they didn't go wire to wire because they had a tremendous regular season, a magical season.
Smoke grounded out to first, but he hit the ball that really triggered the play where the Mariners got their first run. Jaso was at first, and Smoke hit the ball to Moss, who stepped on first, and then his throw to second went into left field. Cespedes' throw to third went in the dugout. And that's how the Seattle Mariners got their first run.
When Straily hits the outside corner, he finishes with his fastball delivery. He did not the first 3 to Smoke, and nailed it on the 3-0 and probably go back to the same location.
This is badly outside.
See the difference in the 2 deliveries, and almost trying to guide the ball to the outside part of the plate instead of throwing it. And you do that, it starts to tail a little bit too much off the plate, and if you try to overthrow it, it might end up in the middle of the plate, as is the case with Seager.
Now batting, number 55, Michael Saunders.
So 3 walks, 3 strikeouts now for Straily, 53 pitches as he faces Michael Saunders. Donaldson, the third baseman, is playing even with the bag and to his left a couple steps. There are no games going on in the National League. They are all night games.
Most of them don't matter anyway.
No, not really. Cardinals are trying to wrap up the second wild card, which they have a 3-game lead with 5 to play. 3 over the Dodgers. So Dodgers still alive. That one hit down the right field line. That's trouble, and that's gone. A line shot well into the seats down the right field line, and it's 4-0 Seattle. I don't think I want to know where this pitch was, Ray.
Well, it was too good. It's 83 off speed, and Saunders just dropped the head of the bat, just hoping that, well, Melvin was that it would go in front of the foul pole, but it did not. Change up and see how much Derek Norris had to move, what she moved to go get the ball that never got to his mitt because Saunders unloaded on it. So a 3-run 4th inning after an unearned run in the second. And one of the home runs have been cheap. They've been line drives, and the A's only hope they can do something similar against Vargas and take advantage of a warm afternoon, ball carrying well if you can get it elevated. But like I said, Seager and Saunders had not needed any help.
So 19th home run for Saunders, and now it's Miguel Oliva. Olivo struck out looking in the second inning. To right field, Reddick goes back right at the warning track. He's got it, and that's out number 2. Well, Ray, the Mariners are not a team that's going to hit a lot of home runs, but lately they have been.
Well,
they hit 2 last night, 2 more today, and they have now homered in 18 straight games.
Right. And that's what was dangerous last night when the A's had just a 2-run lead. Get a couple of runners on base. He had to worry about Mariners coming up with one of the home runs. Fortunately, A.J. Griffin and the bullpen did not allow that to happen.
Want to know to Casper Wells. Good breaking ball there from Straily.
And that's the pitch he's not really thrown a lot today, but he threw it to Wells, the right-hander. Curveball is a good pitch to throw to lefties, especially if he's missing the fastball is outside corner. Brings it more to the middle of the plate, or more to the plate and down.
Foul ball. Donaldson dove and made a nice play, but Eric Cooper called it foul.
Well, a great play by Donaldson. The ball evidently did not go over part of the bag, although the ball hit in front of the bag in fair territory about 4 inches, but must have taken a very quick left. Donaldson, though, good play, ready to throw, did not have to. Amazing about Dan Straily, first 3 innings, the unearned run, didn't give up a hit. The first hit was Seager. Then Saunders, the second hit.
Breaking ball stays inside, 2-2. Toward Coco Crisp, who's there, and he's got it side retired, but the Mariners do some damage. A couple of home runs. It's a 3-run 4th inning. They lead 4-0.
Cespedes. Game of inches, yes. How about against Vargas at the Coliseum? Got to extend the arms, and this ball above the sweeps in left center. And then in Seattle, fastball again, extended the arms, and almost hit one. Look where the catcher sets up and got in just a little bit higher. Yeah, the first two for home runs, a little bit lower. Cespedes got the higher fastball, hit under it with his strength, able to hit the ball to the left field wall. Might have been a different story if that ball goes out in the first inning. The A's had an early 1-0 lead, but stayed in and could not get the 2-out hit.
Cespedes with a line drive base into left field. Single and a double today for Yoenis Cespedes.
Come to the Coliseum tomorrow, 10,000 fans. We'll see an A's Deuce Brand Sports Watch presented by Pepsi when the A's play these Mariners. For more information and tickets, go to OaklandAthletics.com. One more Sunday in the regular season, that is tomorrow. It's a good giveaway. It should be a great day. Another nice weather day at the Coliseum.
So Moss will hit. A's have their leadoff man aboard here in the bottom of the fourth inning, trying to break through against Jason Vargas. Moss with a foul. Big September, that's always a good thing.
His first month of June and first couple of months of AAA, and then joined the club in June. Run off of the Rangers, then went down to Coors Field and just crushed the ball. 3 home runs there. Good season for him, as he said. It might have been his last chance to come to the big leagues and show what he could do. Well, he's impressed the A's with 20 home runs and 42 driven in.
Remember, he hit 15 home runs in AAA as well. Cespedes on the move, and he's going to go to third on the base hit. Now he's going to try to score, and he is safe. Cespedes scores from first on a routine single to right.
Well, that'll get some people excited. How about his own dugout? Moss getting a 2-strike. Base hit with Cespedes on the move. He kept running to third. The speed, you cannot have speed going to slump. But Wells came up with it and decided, well, I think I'll hesitate. A high throw to Oliva, and the speed of Cespedes just kept going. And this was on his own. He did not look at Mike Gallego. He said, hold up, or keep going. And that's just blazing speed by Yoenis Cespedes. I don't think he's tired, Cub. I think that Cuban national team thinking about playing 90 to 95 games, and no, I think he's really enjoying September baseball.
Well, once Wells did not throw it in immediately, well, that's all he had to see. I think if Wells would have just thrown it in right away,
throw it to second.
I don't think Cespedes would have gone.
Keep the double play in order, but he hesitated, and then when he had to throw, he threw it high. And that cost him even more. How about a single RBI with a runner at first?
Yeah, Moss gets the RBI.
Who says a runner is not in scoring position at first base on a base hit? Cespedes at his speed. That's just heads up base running by Cespedes. First of all, the big jump off Vargas to try to steal second.
Ball's out in front, but it's foul.
This is just a routine ground ball. Finds the hole in right field. Cespedes almost at second by the time the ball reaches the outfield. And as he's running to third, throw the ball.
See, right there, once he did that.
And he has a strong arm. But they say he's saying throw the ball to second, keep the double play in order, get rid of the ball, get it back on the infield. Once that would have happened, Cespedes would have stopped at third.
So 2-2 now to Johnny Gomes. So the A's got to keep it going. A run in here in the bottom of the fourth.
And the worst thing anybody can do, especially an outfielder, is hold the base.
Hold the ball.
You hold the ball and you're in the outfield. That's a strong or long throw you have to make to try to get somebody, especially with the speed of Cespedes. And the thing that helped him too, he was running on the pitch, and it happened to be a base hit to right field. He's going to make it to third easily. But the A's down 4 runs, still pushed the envelope and scored, and really ignited the side of the fans and his own bench.
Gomes swings and misses, so Gomes strikes out for the second time. Fun to watch.
Well, the important thing there, you see him look back once he heard contact, and then look back again, and look back again, and here comes the blazing acceleration. The speed that he has is just unbelievable. But when he was heading to second, there's nobody out. Once contact is made, if it's a fly ball, you have to get back. So he picked up the ball initially, knew it was in the right field, was going to make it to third. But the speed of kind of hesitating around third and scoring, that's just exceptional.
Reddick popped out to short his first at bat. Pitch number 58 coming from Vargas. Shallow right field. Wells in and over. He's got it for out number 2.
Now Reddick again slamming his bat down, and he might be trying to do something special. It's his father's birthday today. All right, Kenny Reddick.
Now batting third baseman.
Birthday, and as Josh said, I'll always be half as old as my dad. Because he's 50, I'm 25, but pulled the hands in, thought he might have gotten. Remember, he had a 1-2 changeup from Vargas for the home run, and he thought he had a chance to do something with that pitch, but hopped it up.
So what you just said, so you're telling me that Josh Reddick's dad is only a year older than me?
Well, he's turning 50.
Gee whiz. Oh, man. I need an inning or so to regroup from that.
Well, he was just telling me that his dad's birthday down in the South. Ken has been out to see Josh here in Oakland. He's seen him in New York and Tampa and Boston.
Yep.
Following his son. And
no wonder why the players look at me like, what an old guy he is.
Oh, you're young. It's a young game.
Yeah. 2-0 to Donaldson. And a strike that probably didn't have to be. Action in the A's bullpen. Short lead at first for Moss. And now 3-1. Interesting if he throws Donaldson a 3-1 changeup.
Well, that or just look away, because Vargas, if there's a pattern established today, it's staying away. And if he's throwing inside of the right-handers, it's a push him off, show, but don't even think about it. He had a changeup, 3-2 his last at bat. Again, you're right, and why not throw it?
It's his best pitch, put it that way.
Well, and he just throws it to the middle of the plate. It's all deception. It's his delivery, and it was his catchers just said throw it to the middle of the plate and keep the ball down, which he does. And it's a great pitch to throw. Lefty to righty, they have a tendency to open up a little bit. Just think right field and react inside. He doesn't throw hard enough to get it high.
Moss runs. The ball is lofted towards center. Gutierrez goes back. And he's got it side retired. So a run on 2 hits. Good action from Cespedes. It's 4-1 Seattle after 4. The last season, the Seattle Mariners won the American League West. It was 2001, and they won 116 games.
The A's won about 102. Yeah, 102 because they finished 14 games behind the Mariners. The A's were the wild card winner. We saw that the Yankees defeated the Mariners in the League Championship Series.
So it's 4-1 this afternoon, top of the 5th inning. For the Seattle Mariners, this is their 36th year as a franchise, and they've only been to the postseason 4 times. 95, 97, 2000, and 2001.
I think they went from 77 to what,
94.
Yeah, winning season.
Oh, winning. So I'm not sure about winning season.
92 was the first winning season.
Okay.
Jimmy Lefebvre was there, and then I think they brought in Bill Plummer after Jimmy. Said they don't think Lefebvre could take him to the next level, which that was a mistake. Figueroa getting loose, and we shall see. Maybe it's batter to batter at the left-handers beyond deck circle.
Little flare right field, and that's going to be trouble, and it's going to fall. Reddick picks it up. Trienfeld has a bloop single. All right, it's time to head back to the studio for an October Quest update with Brody Brazil.
Now batting, number 13, Dustin Ackley.
All right, thanks, Brody. So they knocked Chris Sale out in Chicago due to the rain.
Well, Brody's comment, if they went out and win 5, that means you have to sweep the Orioles at home. And you don't count out the Rays, but that's going to be the final 3 games for.
Well, they got to, they play a team they're chasing the final 3, which if you're behind, that's what you have to have. So the Orioles, they're going to play a little bit later. Angels still waiting out the rain in Arlington. And from what we've been told, it's been raining hard for a while, and there's some concern that it's going to continue.
At least there, they were scheduled to have, what, a 3 o'clock local start time. Yes. So they've, right now, it's a couple of hours ahead. So they're just approaching they're a little bit past 4 o'clock, or half past. But I guess they could wait. Otherwise, they have to play a day-night doubleheader tomorrow.
You got to play a doubleheader tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I mean, listen, Major League Baseball keeping a very close eye on it because they do not want to have to make up any rain games. They will do absolutely everything to make sure that does not happen.
Well, the rain games will be made up. It will be a potential tie.
Yeah, I mean after the season,
Yeah, because the Thursday has to be left for
anything else.
Exactly. Just one day in between the final game of the season, and most of the games on Wednesday, if they were scheduled to be night games, I think had to be moved to some sort of a day game.
So if you do have to travel, you can travel after that game. So it's going to be a crazy final week of the season. And when I say week, I guess I'm meaning Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And again, there is not an American League team who has a postseason spot locked up. Nobody. And there's 4 games left after today. That's amazing.
Well, it's a tough decision for Bob Melvin because he's got Seager, the lefty, in the on-deck circle. Now he has a right-hander in Gutierrez, and all of a sudden this inning, after the A's at least put 1 on the board to make it a 3-run deficit, Straily having tough time finding the strike zone.
Number 21, Franklin.
4th walk for him.
Well, Straily walked 5 in that start against the Orioles here 2 starts ago.
And that was with 0 command of his fastball. He did pitch better after that. But today, back and almost, again, just trying to guide the ball instead of letting it go. Major League hitters, if you don't let it go, you can get in serious trouble.
So the corner infielders thinking it's possible that Gutierrez could bunt. And he does swing around and then pulls the bat back.
Well, Eric Wedge figures that if he puts a couple of runners in scoring position, Bob Melvin's going to bring the lefty in. You got Seager and Jaso, and switch hitter Smoke. Turn him around. Straily perhaps facing his last batter unless he can get double play and maybe get another chance.
Tran fell at second, Ackley at first. That one bunted behind home plate, so the count 1-1. Again, bunted foul. So now you have to decide, do you stick with the bunt strategy or do you let him swing away?
Trinfell was running all the time. All Gutierrez had to do is completely miss it, and he might have had a runner third. You know, that's the look of a guy who's saying, I don't practice this a lot.
Not crazy about what you're asking me to do. So we'll see what happens with the count 1-2. Swinging away, and it's hit toward right field. Reddick over. Trinfell's going to tag up. Reddick has it. Trinfell's going to try for third, and the throw is just a touch late. Well, what a throw by Reddick. And Trinfell almost slid off the bag. Donaldson held the tag on, but he was safe.
Great thing about Josh Donaldson, a former catcher, we have seen him block runners off, but watch how Reddick sets up. This is a perfect setup, and then a perfect strong throw to third base. One hop on the money, and Josh Donaldson, a good job staying on the tag. Just could not get him off the bag.
So that's going to do it for Straily. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune Up. Your oil change, tune up, and smog excellence.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming in to pitch for
So 5-0 Rays. The Tigers still leading the Twins 2-0. That game in the 5th inning. So first and third for the leading RBI man for the Mariners, Kyle Seager. He's got 83 after his home run in the 4th inning. So 4 walks from Dan Straily and a couple of home runs.
And unfortunately for Straily, 2 of the walks have already scored, and 1 in this inning is on base at this point. And this is simply a percentage move, and Straily struggling a little bit and had to bring Figueroa in, trying to get out of this inning unscathed. There's the base hit from Truenfeld, and then Ackley with the bases on balls. Such a learning experience for the A's young pitchers.
Outside, 2-1 to Seager. Again, Jaso, another left-handed hitter in the on-deck circle. Keep an eye on Ackley as well. Seager swings at a pitch well inside.
Figueroa has a good fastball. He slings the ball. That was at 96 miles per hour, and he kind of set up the middle outside and pitched down and in. So tough to really for him to throw to a target. Center of the plate and let the movement take it. And it's a big out for him if he can get it.
And Seager called out on strikes down around the knees on the outside corner.
He's very tough for a left-hander to pick up, and that's why if he can throw anywhere close to the strike zone, look how much he extends his arm, and then right over the top, 3/4 over the top at about 96, paints the corner and call it. Just Marty Foster just taking a little bit extra time, the suspense, letting everybody wait, and then Seager back to the bench. That's a big out.
So now Figueroa has to get Jaso. Jaso walked and scored in the second, struck out in the fourth. First pitch is high. .380 runners in scoring position. Foul ball.
A week ago today, Figueroa came into the game in the 13th inning at Yankee Stadium with a 4-run lead. Comes in this game a week later in the 5th, trailing by 3 and trying to keep it at that. About a learning experience for him to have a 4-run lead. First 3 hitters get on base. The A's ended up not blowing the lead, but blowing the game.
So now it's 1-2.
This was last night, Jaso with A.J. Griffin, and amazingly, as hard as he was hit on the right hand, he's kind of stood there. Usually it'd be shaking a hand violently because that hurts with the hand attached to the bat the way it was, holding on to the bat. Catchers, just see his catcher, and they just figured it's just another hit.
So now the count is even to John Jaso. A couple years with the Rays for Jaso.
A leadoff hitter for the Rays as a catcher. You can understand why. Decent speed for a catcher, good on base percentage.
2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. What a job by Figueroa. Runner at third, 1 out, and he strikes out a pair. So the Mariners do not score. It's 4-1 as we head to the bottom of the 5th.
Individual game tickets for potential wild card and American League Division Series games at the Coliseum are on sale right now. Tickets are available online at oaklandathletics.com/postseason, over the phone by calling 877-493-BALL, or at the Coliseum box office.
Yeah, the A's trailing 4-1, bottom of the 5th. Derek Norris set to lead it off. Jason Vargas so far has allowed 4 hits. He has not walked anybody. He has struck out 4, and he's thrown 65 pitches. Norris lined out to Ackley in the 3rd inning.
The biggest thing for the A's, Norris, the 8th place hitter. Turn it over at the top with Coco, 3rd batter. 3rd time through the batting order. See how Vargas changes his approach. He's in it different the 3rd time through. Figueroa kept it a 3-run game with an outstanding performance, striking out 2. A couple of runners on.
Rosales to follow, and then Coco Crisp. And there's the changeup, and there's a strikeout, and it's number 5 for Vargas. Must be so frustrating for a hitter.
Now batting, second baseman, number 17.
I still say if they just crowded the plate and thought about right field. See the opening up of the front side by Derek Norris on the changeup, and tell you the Tommy Cam is so great for a hitter to see, especially the way they open up. That high home camera that robotic Tommy Cam, there it is, and that shows it perfectly. And you watch a hitter, in the case of a great changeup pitcher and the lefty, that front side opens up. They're not going to reach the outside part of the plate.
Hit well to center. Gutierrez going back. He's right in front of the wall, and he makes the catch. So Rosales puts a charge into it, but not quite enough. 2 outs.
Problem with Vargas, you have to provide your own power, because even if that was 87, not a real good fastball, change up that he throws. Also this fastball, and fortunately for Rosales, who was thinking about opposite field, hits it to the deepest part of the park and stays in the park.
So that'll bring up Coco. Coco has a base hit to left field as he swings at the first pitch. So that's the 5th hit for the A's, 2 of them by Crisp.
Jumped on a first pitch fastball, tried to get inside. So there you can see 3rd time through the order, maybe trying to show it inside. Coco, though, beat him to it by opening up quickly at the top hand. Got the fastball and pulled it to left field.
So Stephen Drew gets his 3rd at bat. He's hit a fly ball to right field, and he has struck out swinging. Triple crown watch, Ray, with Miguel Cabrera. He is playing today. He's 0 for 3 so far in the game. So no home runs, no RBIs, and no hits for Cabrera. So 2-0 to Drew. And a fastball on the outside corner. You see Vargas' fastball, it's 87, 88, so he is not a hard thrower.
Plus, he's not even looking at Coco. He's saying if you're going to run, go, because he's getting the sign, looking straight into Olivo and the hitter. And the first 3 pitches, he has not looked at Coco, and maybe doesn't want to show him his move. Again, straight for play.
And Drew hits a shot into the seats. Vargas is ready, and the 2-2 to Drew. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that's strikeout number 6 for Vargas. Drew flips his bat in frustration. 4-1 Seattle after 5. Immediately following the Raiders game, changes the channel to Comcast Sportsnet California for Raiders post-game live. Jim Cosmore, Bill Romanowski, Lorenzo Neal, and insider Paul Gutierrez. He's going to be live in the locker room. That's tomorrow, immediately after the Raiders-Broncos game from Denver. Complete Raiders coverage every night on Sportsnet Central and CSNCalifornia.com. So the Raiders get their first crack at Peyton Manning. So Raiders-Broncos tomorrow. Smoke to lead it off. He'll be followed by Saunders and Olivo. Four runs on 3 hits for Seattle. Neshek starts to throw. Smoke with a ground out and a walk. So Figueroa got 2 huge outs in the top of the 5th. He came in with runners at first and third, 1 out, and he struck out Seager and Jaso, a couple of left-handed hitters. So he did exactly what the A's needed him to do. Into foul territory is Moss, and he's got it in the coaching box.
Up first and third, and only 1 out, and a couple of lefties. And here's the first one, nailed the outside corner, and then a big swing and a miss on a slider to Jaso to finish off the inning. And that is a tough pitch. If you're lefty on lefty facing Figueroa with that delivery, it's got to be hard to see the ball. And as it turned out, Seager and Jaso, both lefties, striking out. So Levo is going to see Pat Neshek. This is after the left-hander Saunders faces Figueroa. Finish him off and bring Neshek in with 2 outs. That's the old situational pitching out of the bullpen. That's a specialization of the game today.
And it really gets special when you have expanded rosters.
About last Saturday, 16 pitchers. Was it 16 pitchers used total? Crowded bullpens.
This one popped up. Norris back, but diamond level seats. So 2-1 the count to Michael Saunders, who had a 2-run homer in the 4th inning, a line shot well into the seats down the right field line.
big old crooked number, and always hard to overcome those. The A's are trying to do it down 3, the 3 that were scored in the 4th inning.
Way inside, and now 3-1. Saunders also walked in the 2nd, but this was the home run.
The key there is to look to see where Derek Norris had to reach back from this location when the changeup down and away. So Straily did a very good job against the Rangers with his changeup away, as Parker did also.
Cespedes coming in, and Cespedes still coming in, and there's that great speed, and he makes the catch. He ends up right around third base.
And he's going to score, but he decided he's on defense now, so he'll wait.
The only man to score a run after catching a pop fly. He's good.
Oh, he's great. And
Now batting.
Sun is not a problem. Opposite field, he has actually got a bad jump on the ball, if you can believe that. And here he comes. Get out of the way, everybody. Train left. You do not want to be in his path. So with Figueroa getting the 2 outs, he's going to get a chance to finish it off with Olivo to play. Always aggressive when you got Olivo.
Olivo taking, and it's a fastball for a strike. And now it's 0-2. So Olivo was not going to take 2 fastballs. Pretty much guarantee that.
And he had a wager on the first one. That's why he decided to take. Had to. He does not at least take a lot of fastballs, although he may have seen how he was throwing the previous 4 batters and wanted to at least take a look at it.
Pitch fouled straight back, so he's seen 3 straight fastballs. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. That time he pumped up the miles per hour a little bit, and there's the strikeout. So 4-1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Light 6th inning. It's time for the Coors Light freeze game. Coors Light freeze game is brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. It's the world's most refreshing beer. Now that youngster's got the right idea. Waffle cone.
Number 52, Yoenis Cespedes.
And now the A's need some offensive action. They trail 4-1. Bottom of the 6th inning with Cespedes leading it off. So Vargas, good again. This is his 6th start against the A's so far this year. Remember, with the A's opening the season in Japan, his first 2 starts this season were against the Athletics. And he pitched pretty well in both of those. Got a win and no decision.
King Felix, his first 3 starts of the season against the A's.
Cespedes hits a high pop-up. Smoke coming over, and he dropped it.
Well, I thought that ball was about 10 rows deep behind the dugout. It just stayed and stayed and came down, and such a long run for a first baseman, and Smoke got there in his own dugout. He was going to get help. He's not going to fall in. They were going to help him, but he looked right at the last instant, and it clanked it. Oh, they didn't help him at all. Come on, guys. I guess the out's more important than protecting a teammate. That's a long run. Xavi used to make those great plays sliding towards the dugout like that, although there's a wooden step that you have to worry about sliding hard into.
That. So 1-1 to Cespedes. A double in the first, a single in the fourth. And of course, he scored on the base hit from Moss when he was running from first. Showed off that great speed. So that's the only run for the A's so far. And now it's 3-0.
Well, so far Cespedes is seeing the pitches from Vargas better than anybody in the A's. Taking pitches that are close and just waiting back and seeing a pitch and hitting it. Except for that change up, and he's probably going to get another one. 3-2. You can't look fastball in a fastball count. You'd be shocked if you get it, and Cespedes was looking for the fastball and did not get it.
Three-two pitch, and it was a changeup, and it's popped towards short. Trienfeld has it. So that is what it's like to face Jason Vargas. A 3-1 changeup, swing and a miss, a 3-2 changeup, and you're out in front and pop it up.
Now batting first baseman, the 37, Brandon.
And again, Olivo doing the best thing, and that is just holding his target right in the middle of the plate.
First pitch swinging, Moss hits it hard, but right at Ackley, and that's out number 2.
If the A's hitters could just stand at the plate and not swing the bat, his pitch count would get up high enough you have to leave.
And those changeups would drop out of the strike zone and be called balls.
Now batting designated hitter, number 31, Johnny.
I have Vargas for 10. That was the first ground ball out of the game. 10 fly ball outs and 1 ground ball.
Well, Vargas has won 10 strikeout game this year, and it was against the Athletics. It was up in Seattle. He ended up getting a no decision. That's the only time he's got to double digits in strikeouts.
Trying to think who it was, either Felix or they had back-to-back 10 strikeout games the Mariners pitchers did against the A's.
That was probably it.
First time that had occurred in a while. A's will not see Felix Hernandez. Their Angels get him on Monday in Seattle.
So this is Johnny Gomes, who is 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Changeup, swing and a miss, 2-2. Has to be a level of frustration for a hitter as well when you feel like you should hit this guy. But
I've always thought sitting changeup is the hardest thing to do as a hitter. And I think the A's hitters, whether they're looking for them or not, they're not coming close to hitting.
So 7 strikeouts now for Vargas, and we're on to the 7th. It's 4-1 Seattle.
On Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Chevrolet and their award-winning cars, trucks, and crossovers. And by Jack in the Box. Get the all-American Jack Combo at Jack in the Box. It's a no-nonsense burger with fries and a drink for only $4.99 plus tax at participating stores.
4-1 game. It's the top of the 7th inning from the Coliseum. Gorgeous Saturday afternoon. Crowd this afternoon, 21,517 for game 2 of this series. Pat Neshek takes over here in the 7th. When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. So Neshek to face Wells. Dribble down the first base line foul. Rays still beating the White Sox. It's 6-0 in the top of the 6th inning. Scribner starting to throw. Tigers leading the Twins 2-0 in the 7th. Only 2 other games being played. So Casper Wells has hit a couple of fly balls today. One to right and one to center. He's 0 for 4 in the series with a couple of walks. Just a touch high.
That's the same pitch that Adrian Beltre hit for home.
Yeah, it's a slider that just kind of spins but doesn't really do a whole lot.
Stayed up and he went opposite field in Arlington, Texas, which he was very capable of doing.
And that's not the slider Neshek was throwing when he first got here. He had a good one.
You're right. As there's been a catch to the right shoulder. Eric Norris took one off the right shoulder.
So another 2-2 to Wells. Right side in the air. Moss has it for out number 1. So Casper Wells is 0 for 3, and now it's Carlos Trienfeld.
Now batting, number 8, Carlos Trienfeld.
He's right now trying to figure out how to keep the Mariners from scoring additional runs, but more importantly, how to get Vargas out of the game. 7 strikeouts, all 7 on changeups. Not surprising. I think a percentage of changeups thrown today has
50.
Yeah, it's risen
What do you think?
higher than percentage we shoulder.
It's at least 40.
Exactly. Lefties would never admit it, but I've always thought that if the lefty has a good changeup, obviously Vargas does today, that you almost hope to fall behind. Because hitters want to look fastball, and it comes out of his hand like a fastball, and he pulls the string, and he just keeps throwing it. Because every time today that he's fallen behind, sure, 3-1, here come 2 changeups, and he's big in strikeouts.
So he has no problem falling behind.
Nope. Except that it might be additional pitches, but again, I think that if the hitters just stood there, just Velcro to the bat, to the shoulder, and wouldn't let it move.
Donaldson handles it. And that's out 2. As always, we got in-depth sports news for the Bay Area fan. Go deep with Sportsnet Central. It's brought to you by Hyundai, and it's tonight at 10:30 on our sister station, Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. All the baseball highlights from here at the Coliseum and from the AL West and wild card contenders. And the 49ers and the Raiders. We'll get reports from both those teams. 49ers in New York, Raiders in Denver. Henry Wolford, John Henry Smith. Both hosts. 49ers will be playing the Jets in New York tomorrow. So 2 outs here in the top of the 7th, and leadoff man Dustin Ackley takes the first pitch for a strike. Orioles and the Red Sox will get underway in about an hour in Baltimore. It'll be DuBrant and Johnson. Orioles are a half game out now. If they got a win today, they would be tied with the Yankees for first place in the AL East. So Camden Yards will be jumping a little bit.
It should be.
Should be.
See, Tampa Bay is 5 out starting today. So if they hang on and win, they could be 4 back. As the Yankees are in first, starting play today.
Well, yesterday in Baltimore, 33,518 was the attendance. So I would imagine it'll be better than that tonight.
I think in that case, Cap, the fact the Yankees have played this afternoon, and attendance might be a certain amount of advanced sales, but they see the score posted and know that their Orioles have a chance to tie. So I figure the walk-up should be pretty good if the weather is good. Unless they're getting ready for the Ravens. But they won't be home at the same time the Orioles are, because they use the same parking lot.
That will not happen.
And they played Thursday, didn't
They
they?
did. Yeah, good call. So they will not. Football will not be an issue in Baltimore tonight. Ackley is 0 for 2, a couple of fly balls to left, and then he walked in the 5th inning. He is 1 for 7 in the series.
Ishak developing the changeup, trying to throw it as a different pitch to the left-handers, and
that's caught by Rosales with a dive. Terrific play by Adam Rosales. Maybe defense carrying a little momentum over to the offense. We'll see. 7th inning stretch. Mariners 4 and the A's 1. Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Cache Creek's Casino Resort. Rockin' Cache Creek. Win a chance to play the Red Hot Zone. Visit CacheCreek.com for details. Bottom of the 7th inning, the A's are trailing 4-1. Every game is a needed win. As the A's trying to get back to the postseason for the first time since 2006, but a little work to do yet. Right now, the problem is Jason Vargas, who has been terrific through 6 innings. This is what he has done here at the O.co Coliseum. 4 earned runs in 20 in the 3rd innings. He falls behind 2-0 in the count to Reddick, who will be followed by Donaldson and then Norris.
Coliseum been known as a pitcher's park, but also Safeco Field for Vargas. Another great pitcher's park with the size of stadium up in Seattle.
Just saw something, Ray, where talking about that Angels-Rangers game. There's a 100% chance of rain until 10 o'clock local time in Dallas. That's not good. It's going to be the center fielder Gutierrez who has it.
Adam Rosales said the anticipation, whenever you're an infielder, you see the pitch that's being called and you kind of anticipate a little bit, and Rosie did it with the line drive. Figured the hitter might be pulling it, the left-hander, and Rosie got a great jump on it. Headlong dive, caught the ball, and as he was getting ready to hit the ground, it was a snow cone, but he kind of took it down into the pocket of his glove, and once he hit the ground, held on. So, the 3 o'clock local start time in Arlington, Texas.
So that's 1 o'clock here.
Right. So let's just figure from those two clubs standpoint. Figure the staff probably at the park about 9.
And they're not going to go anywhere for a while.
And if they start, then they're going to sell out. And they could have 2 sellouts tomorrow with the day-night doubleheader.
And I do not know what the forecast is for tomorrow. Seager charges, gets a good hop, and throws out Donaldson for out number 2.
So I think
telling us now that it is better forecast for tomorrow. So,
and that might kind of encourage them to make the call instead of waiting till so late tonight, knowing they have to turn back around tomorrow morning.
So we'll see if we hear anything about that game, and if it is a doubleheader round. I'd say that'd be a big doubleheader, not a big day of baseball.
Right. But I know somebody's very busy today. Kelly Terrell, the visiting side, the clubhouse manager, and Chumley back in the kitchen. Whew. This guy's been busy all day. Can you imagine fixing breakfast, getting ready for the first?
Well, and then lunch.
And now they're going to have dinner.
And then have dinner.
But
snacks.
It's a clubhouse, a lot of videos, big screen TV. I would say they're probably watching this game.
0-2 to Norris. Norris hit a ball hard in the 3rd, lined out, and then struck out swinging in the 5th. 7 strikeouts for Vargas. And he's ahead 0-2 of Norris.
I think we know for sure a lot of video coordinators across the American League watching this game saying, figure with Vargas, he's going to throw that pitch, the changeup. That ball hit the ground. This foul ball did not caught cleanly, so the home plate umpire, Marty Foster, said no as Olivo tried to sell it. They're going to ask for help at first base. Once a home plate umpire, he's going to ask for help.
I already did. He's got to
said, no, I saw it.
We already checked.
It's my call. I'm the boss.
There's absolutely no way he could see it. You tell me how the umpire is going to see that hit and it never hit the ground.
If he asked for help, Jeff Kellogg just waiting because
wow.
Now, granted, Miguel Olivo kind of backhanded the ball, but still the tip of his catcher's mitt hit the ground, but the ball was firmly in his mitt. Yeah, no way a home plate umpire can see that.
Can't see it. Catcher's in between you.
It's like an appeal play. Just defer to the first base umpire in this case. Let him make the call if he can see it where he's 90, maybe 120 feet away.
1-2 to Norris. Blocked by Olivo.
See, if Olivo had turned his catcher's mitt with the palm up and had it laying on the ground, it'd have been more obvious that way than trying to backhand the ball. And maybe Artie Foster heard something. Might have been a foul tip, which it was, but sometimes you hear another little tip or whatever, and he may have thought it hit the ground.
Foul territory and into the seats. 101 pitches now for Vargas.
If nothing else, Josh Donaldson gets some more pitches from the left-hander, with the right-hander warming in the bullpen. I think the A's would be happy if Cy Young came in following this performance by Vargas.
117 is the most Vargas has thrown in a game this year. And now it's 3-2. So the missed call by Marty Foster, nothing else, has forced Vargas to throw a handful more pitches.
5 more. It was 0-2 and actually 4 more. That would have been the third strike, or the third out with the strikeout.
3-2. Hit towards center, a little knuckling action. Now Gutierrez comes in. He's got it inside, retired. So that is 7 in a row retired by Vargas, and we're moving to the 8th. 4-1 Seattle.
Game Thursday at the Coliseum are on sale now. Tickets are available online at oaklandathletics.com/postseason, over the phone by calling 877-493-BALL, or at the Coliseum box office. That would be this coming Thursday. That would be October the 4th.
Well, Vargas threw 7 innings, over 100 pitches. We'll see if he goes out there for the 8th. He has not had a whole lot of high-stress innings. Very few, actually.
Stress is whether to throw a changeup or not. And he's gone with the changeup.
When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Evan Scribner comes in. He's going to face Gutierrez, Seager, and Jaso here. Top of the 8th inning with the Mariners leading 4-1. Well, the handshake from the manager usually means he's done.
And Wedgie might have said, you know, if they'd called that foul tip, I'd have given you. No,
Thanks
I think
a lot.
he's going to be done. So, with that in mind, the A's know they don't have to look for a changeup the last 2 innings. Vargas was outstanding, and boy, a 3-run 4th inning propelled him to throw nothing but changeups to get all the strikeouts.
Scribner's first pitch to Gutierrez is in for a strike. Gutierrez is 0 for 3.
think after the A's scored 3 on Thursday, the 3 home runs, they were essentially out of the game. But 3 home runs off Mike Adams, got back in the game, and the Rangers ended up winning by 2. But the bullpen has done a good job today, something that did not happen Thursday when Travis Blackman went just 1 inning and the bullpen gave up runs the next 3 innings. He's hopeful of coming back again this afternoon.
Tigers 2-0 lead over the Twins. That is now in the 8th inning in Minnesota. Rays 6, White Sox nothing in the 6th. And Donaldson picks it, short hop, throws across, and that's out for the run. Here's our Chevron pitching matchup for tomorrow's game against the Seattle Mariners. Ramirez against 15, Tommy Malone.
Kyle
Ramirez, a right-hander, Malone, the left-hander. Remember, Ramirez threw that very fine game against the Athletics up in Seattle.
Right. A lot of strikeout.
Did not win the game, but pitched very well. And Tommy Malone trying to add on to that win total. Seager homered in the 4th and fouls that one back, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, Cap, just looking, it was Ramirez and Vargas back-to-back 10 strikeouts. That was Ramirez on the 25th. 26 was Vargas. So he went 8 innings, 10 strikeouts against the Athletics on the 25th, and lost 1-0. But Vargas has been great today. Again, credit to him. He has changed his pitching pattern, if there is a pattern.
Cespedes coming in, still coming in, and he reaches down and he makes the catch. Well, Cespedes has really had a chance to show off his terrific speed both on the bases and in the outfield today.
Amazing. We see so many outfielders dive at balls like this and earlier, but he just takes off, reaches down, makes the catch, and just keeps running. That's the way it should be played. You don't have to go into a slide or a dive after making a play about knee high. But his speed, if he misses it initially, doesn't know how hard the ball's been hit, his speed more than makes up for any lateness in which he is able to track a ball.
So 2 outs for John Jaso.
That's the legal size of
Is that glove legal?
Louis Polonia had one bigger than Louis Polonia. But that it has to be a certain measurement, and that'll be our next Subway Eat Fresh question. How big can an outfielder's glove be? You compare that to a second baseman, shortstop, with half the size. Outfielders, they like to have the big fielder's glove. Second baseman want as small as possible. Remember Ron Washington had the pancake type?
That's all it was.
Just about 12 inches circular with a little pocket in the middle.
Strike 2 call. 3-2 to Jaso.
Pretty good infielder.
Robbie Thompson used the same glove his whole career, and at the end of his career was his beat up off the glove of Moss. But Jaso's going to have a 2-out single.
Listen, an infielder, catcher's probably the only position that you have to keep changing gloves because they're worn out.
Yeah.
But an infielder, an outfielder, he needed Cespedes' glove. He has a first baseman mitt is a little bit longer as well, but I don't know that one Moss is using is bigger than Cespedes. But an infielder, I've called a gamer, and boy, it's broken in just like you want it.
I remember Matt Williams liked his gloves a little firmer, and he would go through a couple a year. break them in, use it for a while. Then if it got too loose, have another one ready.
Well, you just don't want to have a contract with U.S. Steel.
That's because you will not have a gold glove.
Well, you might. It'll be gold steel. You paid it. Catchers typically have a gamer, one that they feel very comfortable using. Then they have one that's being broken in close enough that you could use it if strings break, something happens. Then you have a brand new catcher's mitt that one time they were hard as a rock and they took forever to break in, but
takes a while though, right?
Does take a while. They are, I guess, softer leather now that you can break them in quickly. There was at one time the old.
Jaso is going to steal it. No problem, no throw. It was a swing and a miss, so the count 1-2. But now the Mariners get a runner in scoring position.
And that's a big one. A base hit and this given second base. Slow curveball, good pitch, but swing and a miss. But a similar curveball that the Mariners saw last night from A.J. Griffin.
1-2 pitch in the dirt, down and in. Smoke is 0 for 2 with a walk. He walked and then scored on the Saunders home run. That was in the 4th inning. Big chopper right toward Drew, who was playing right near second base side. Retired runner stranded. Bottom of the 8th coming up. It'll be Rosales, Crisp, and Drew. 4-1 Seattle.
Deck? No way!
All right, here's our game summary. It's brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Crazy play in the 2nd inning. Couple of errors by the A's on the same play. Both throwing errors, and that would get the Mariners a run. And in the 4th inning, a couple of home runs. One by Seager, and then that one by Michael Saunders. The only run for the Athletics. Cespedes showing off his speed. Indeed. So that is where we're at. 4-4-0 for the Mariners. 1-5-2 for the Athletics. It's the bottom of the 8th inning. So Vargas, very good again against the Athletics. Straily knocked out in the 5th. So we got a pinch hitter and a new pitcher. Time for change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Oil Change, Tune-Up, and Smart Experts. It's the youngster Carter Capps making his 17th appearance, and he's facing the pinch hitter Pennington. Now, we saw Carter Capps against the A's in Seattle, and he's nasty.
98, and he just showed it again. Struck out 4 in 2 1/3 innings. A's won the game 5-1. Of course, the A's swept the Mariners in the series up in Safeco field.
So Pennington behind in the count now, 1-2.
Hard slider, he's got a good one, and he throws it hard. Actually, more of a curveball as had a sharp breakdown. 12-6.
Fastball just outside, 99 miles an hour. Coco Crisp will be next. Pennington fouls it back. The deal with Carter Capps is he was drafted last year. And he is already in the big leagues.
Yes.
Couple stops in the minor leagues this year, and now in the big leagues. Made his major league debut on the 3rd of August. And that is a strike on the outside corner with a slider, and Pennington is gone, so that's the 8th time A's hitter has struck out.
You throw 98, need to throw a backdoor breaking pitch, and it's going to freeze most hitters. It's just a question of that. Was a good pitch. Marty Foster even in the slot, umpiring behind the plate. And Penny asking if it went around the plate, but that's a good strike, the backdoor breaking ball.
So top of the order in Coco Crisp, who has 2 of the A's 5 hits. And he lines one, and Wells is going to play it on a hop. So Coco Crisp not waiting around. So 6 hits for Coco Crisp in the first 2 games of this series.
Now watch out. Watch the front foot. Just goes at a slight stride, 98 miles per hour. The front foot hardly moves. So this is all upper body right there, and a swing and a follow through on a 98 mile an hour heater. Likes it. Great to be back, and well, about contributing after missing about 9 games. It's not that easy to come back and keep your timing. He has been very good.
So here's Drew. First pitch to Stephen Drew is a strike. Luke is a left-hander. Wilhelmsen, he's the closer, and he's the right-hander. Just a bit inside.
You know, the one thing that can invigorate a team more than anything is to be facing a pitcher that they cannot hit, and he's out of the game. And again, it doesn't matter who comes in. Nothing against Capps or anybody in the Mariners bullpen, but Jason Vargas is tremendous. Go from a pitcher throwing 80, 81 changeup, fooling hitters, to a pitcher throwing 98. They'd take the 98 in a heartbeat. Most hitters would. No, it's a good curveball from the right hander. A little cotton mouth. You like that? Get to see the cotton mouth.
And now 3-1 to Drew. On deck is Cespedes. Coco bluffs going, and it's fouled straight back.
Looked like
so
he was going.
3-2, excuse me, right?
Yeah, no, it just looked like he's going. Almost shot up a flare. Not bad for a left-hander. Really couldn't see him. He may run now, though.
So 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Coco with this lead. And he runs, and a foul straight back. Good swing by Drew.
Well, it looks like could be a good at bat for Stephen Drew, because after seeing Vargas actually throw him a couple of changeups, striking him out. Both times on a 2-2 pitch, but figures now he gets a breaking ball, he might spin himself to the ground, but he's going to get a fastball, and like what Vargas threw him with 2-2 count.
Drew with a couple of strikeouts and a fly ball to right field so far in the game. Coco runs again, and another foul ball.
And you see a hitter getting fastballs, and then you see the pitcher with speed at first base, Coco Chris. He's concentrating on the hitter. He has a 3-run lead. Caps does. Oliva talking to him, but he's not even looking at Coco. He can care less about Coco running. He's trying to get the hitter Stephen Drew by throwing him fastballs.
Well, and this is, I mean, he's the guy you need to get, because if you don't get him, the tying run comes to the plate, and it's Cespedes. So again, a 3-2 to Drew with Chris Bet first. He takes off, and the pitch is high, walked it.
That's a great at bat. Patient at bat by Stephen Drew. Coco, an unnecessary head first slide, but taking no chances anyway. Now, if Wilhelmsen's up, you figure he may be coming in to face Cespedes in this situation. And the way Cespedes has swung the bat, he's going to get fastballs from this right-hander, unlike the changeups he got from Vargas. And I think Eric Wedge, he's got a lefty and a righty. He has to go to Wilhelmsen. And if he's his closer, they're going to try to get him 5 outs. This is who he's going to.
All right. So a little excitement here in the bottom of the 8th. A's have the tying run at the plate. It's Cespedes. When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and spawn experts.
Telecast is presented by authority of the Oakland Athletics and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Athletics Investment Group, LLC.
Four to 1, the Mariners lead, but the A's have the tying run at the plate, and it's Jonas Cespedes, and he's going to face Tom Wilhelmsen. So Eric Wedge figures the save in this game is in the 8th inning, and that's why he is here. Tom Wilhelmsen.
Fastball, curveball, changeup. 2-4 seam fastball, mid-90s with the heater.
First pitch to Cespedes is popped up. Smoke shading his eyes. And he is a step into foul territory. Doesn't matter. The infield fly rule was called. So Cespedes on the first pitch pops out.
And got the first pitch fastball. Figured he'd jump on it. And Seth Smith to pinch hit for Johnny Gomes. You'd like to see Brandon Moss come around. He could shake his hand all the way to the dugout with a 3-run home run. That would be the best case scenario for the A's.
Moss 1 for 3. RBI single in the 4th inning. Brandon League was the closer for the Mariners, but he struggled for a while, and then Wilhelmsen took over early part of June, and then League was later traded. Well, Wilhelmsen's done a good job.
Yes, he has. 8th appearance against the A's. He has 1 save. That was his last one on the 26th of June. The game started by Vargas. Decision for Vargas.
Coco takes off, and he'll make it without a throw. So a stolen base for Coco Crisp. He's at 3rd, so the runners are now at the corners.
And Stephen Drew at first and was not being held, but he decided not to run because he didn't know if Coco was going to run or not. And when in doubt, stay put. What it does now is put Smoke on first base holding Drew, so it does create a little bit of a hole for Brandon Moss should he try to hit one that way.
Moss rips one down the right field line, and that's going to score 1. Here comes Drew, and they're going to wave him home. The throw to the plate is in time, and Drew is thrown out at the plate. 1 run does score, but the Mariners pull off the relay throw, and they cut down Drew at the plate. 4-2 as we head to the 9th. On the Moss double, very close play, but the relay was done well by Seattle.
Off the wall, and Wells played it well, got the ball back in, and it was just a matter of a strong one-hop throw, and Drew tried to go around the tag, leave a one out to get the ball. He did not have to, and just barely got his left arm as he tried to go for the plate. But as we were talking between innings, the stolen base by Crisp that Drew didn't go and had to try to score from first, and unfortunately was thrown out. Pennington stays in the game to play second.
And Evan Scribner stays in the game for his 2nd inning of work, facing Saunders, Olivo, and Wells here in the top of the 9th. So 3-0 to Saunders, who has walked, homered, and hit a fly ball to left field. Taken all the way, and it's in for a strike.
He's not going anywhere, is he? Stick around. Vargas
sniffing a W. That one's hit very high. Coco fighting the sun. And he makes the catch. So that's out number 1.
Well, Stephen Drew, as he was approaching third base, he was being sent all the way, and Olivo just anxiously went out, and it looked like the tag was on the left arm and watch him look to the right field, and he knows the play's going to be at the plate. Coco telling him where to go. Coco thought he was safe, was called out. Did a Bernie as he went in, but there's the whoa, bang,
that's
bang.
close.
It is close. He got him actually on the shoulder. Well, if a runner could ever change gears as Olivo was diving for home plate, and his momentum was going that direction, but when you're running full speed, you're going for one side of the plate, and that's what Coco was telling him to do, and just happened to get it.
I mean, watch how close it is.
Hand and left shoulder. Well, Gags, the reason he reacted the way he did, probably could not believe.
But Olivo rips one into the corner, and it's just fair, and Cespedes picks it up, and Olivo's going to have a 1-out double.
Gags reacting because he's being sent with 2 outs, and of course running on contact. Figured with the relay is going to have to be 2 perfect throws, which it was.
Now batting, number 33.
But a big out at the plate and a big double on the off-speed pitch by Olivo. 72, the curveball, and just hit the chalk down the left field line. Whew. That's some chalk.
So we're going to get a pitching change with Olivo at second base and 1 out. Scribner is gone. We'll be back. It's 4-2 with Cook coming in. Take on FC Dallas live from Buckshaw Stadium. Complete earthquakes coverage every night on Sportsnet Central and CSNCalifornia.com. The home of the earthquakes is Comcast Sportsnet. So Ryan Cook comes in the game. He's going to face Casper Wells. Mariners are trying to get an insurance from the A's. They just desperately need to keep this a 2-run game. As Wells steps in 0 for 3. So Evan Scribner goes an inning and a third, gives up a couple of hits. And there's a first pitch strike. Well, today, Ray, in Minnesota, Miguel Cabrera just hit a home run in that Triple Crown watch.
And 5:45 in Arlington, Texas, and the R is still up on the scoreboard.
I think it's going to stay there. So that home run by Cabrera ties him with Hamilton for the league lead. And he's leading the league in average, leading the league in RBI. So that's a big deal. Tigers now leading that game 6-0 over the Twins in the 8th inning. 0-2 pitch to Wells. Foul back.
Well, game of inches. Check the hand of Stephen Drew. See the hand and the glove, and you're looking at basically the glove, catcher's mitt on the left shoulder of Stephen Drew within a couple of inches of tagging home plate. And that's a great call by the home plate umpire.
Give him credit.
Eddie Foster had the good angle, made the call. And I'm sure Eddie Montague, good friend, who umpire supervisor, he'd be happy seeing that shot. And this call on a strikeout.
Casper Wells caught looking. So that's 2 outs, and there's the Triple Crown watch. So he's got a decent lead in the batting average. Real good lead in RBIs, now tied with Hamilton. 4 games left in the Triple Crown watch in Miguel.
Number 63.
So we're going to get a pinch hitter. It's going to be Jesus Montero. Not a bad guy to pull off your bench.
Nobody could ever say that Eric Wedge isn't trying to do his best to manage against the team, trying to go to postseason. And the Spoilers in Anaheim on Thursday, winning the final game of the series. Lost last night, but doing everything he can here. Of course, that's why Ryan Cook was brought in this 9th inning, trying to keep Olivo at second, give the A's a chance to at least score a couple in the 9th.
Montero swings and misses. Remember, Olivo does not run real well. He's outfield, so at least in center and in left, playing very shallow. And Cespedes is way off the line. He's almost in left center field. Montero got a hanging slider and fouled it back. Montero was the DH last night. He was 0 for 3 with a walk. In the bottom of the 9th, it'll be Gomes, Reddick, Donaldson. We'll see if there's a pinch hitter for Johnny Gomes. And that one's lined. What a play by Moss to end the inning. Wow. Sensational play by Brandon Moss. Probably saved a run. So more defense from the Athletics, and we're going to head to the bottom of the 9th. A's down by 2. Fans, they're having fun today. They're trying to get their team Little ninth inning magic. Bottom of the ninth. A's trailing 4-2. So we're going to have a pinch hitter. It's going to be Seth Smith. He's going to hit for Gomes. And then it'll be Reddick, followed by Donaldson. If anybody were to get aboard, Norris would hit. Brendan Ryan takes over at shortstop. So Smith steps in against Tom Wilhelmsen.
A's would love to have Grant Balfour come into the 10th inning at least, if not win it in the 9th.
First pitch to Smith. There's that breaking ball from Wilhelmsen, and it drops in for a strike.
Smith actually was in the on-deck circle, and had the A's scored, or at least kept the inning going, it was going to be Smith pinch hitting at that time, but did not get a chance to come to the plate.
Smith as a pinch hitter this year. He's 4 for 19.
It's been a hitless part of the batting order, number 5 in the batting order, and make it hitless again with 4 strikeouts.
So Smith gets caught looking on the Wilhelmsen breaking ball. So that's 9 strikeouts by A's hitters today. He's got a good curveball.
Yes, he does. He just showed it off.
Number 16, Josh Reddick.
So that'll bring up Reddick. Reddick popped out to short, hit a fly ball to right, and then a fly ball to center. Reddick 1 for 7 in the series. Low, and it's 3-0.
3 sinkers that Josh Reddick, usually aggressive, but has not offered it any of the 3, and all 3 down and out of the strike zone. George Gutierrez with a bat. Maybe they pinch hit for Norris if it gets there.
And on 4 pitches, Reddick walks. So here comes Donaldson with Gutierrez coming out into the on-deck circle.
Number 20, Josh Donaldson.
So Donaldson 0 for 3 today. A's have 7 hits in the game. The Mariners have 5. Donaldson, a fly ball to right, a fly ball to center, a ground out to third. First pitch, big swing by Donaldson. He had tying this game up on his mind.
And why not? After a 4-pitch walk, look fastball, get it in your zone, let it go, and he did, just missed it, which at least he had a good, healthy hack at it.
Wilhelmsen threw it into foul territory, which is a disaster here.
Coco Crisp ran, but I don't think in this situation the A's would not want to take a chance. Olivo throws very well behind the plate.
Donaldson 1 for 7 in the series. This one's driven to center. Going back is Gutierrez. Still going back. And that baby is gone. We are tied.
just talked about a great curveball. Guess what Josh Donaldson hit after swinging through a fastball? He hit a curveball and crushed it to straightaway center. Visions of Seth Smith against Soriano of the New York Yankees on Hyundai Sunday afternoon, and they tied it. Josh Donaldson just tied it with a 2-run home run. His 9th of the season, none bigger than that one.
This one fouled just below us. So Donaldson's 9th home run is a biggie.
4-pitch walk to Josh Reddick. Big swing by Josh Donaldson for a strike, and Wilhelmsen a blown save, and a big curveball that was just absolutely smoked to straightaway center.
Norris fouls it back again, so the count 0-2 to Norris.
Well, here's the pitch that Donaldson hit. Would it carry enough? Hanging curveball. It just kept going. Remember, it's a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Ball carries just a little bit better in the afternoon. And best sight was Gutierrez back looking for a piece of pie today. How about that?
Norris swings and misses. So on 3 pitches, Norris is retired. So that's the 2nd out here in the night.
What a big swing, healthy swing. Get to see it in Exmo. Lift the leg, get the foot down, and unload on a hanger. I've not seen the excitement that the A's displayed in their dugout as he got back to the dugout. These guys are chest pumping. All kinds of good stuff happening in the A's dugout.
So Pennington hits for the 2nd time.
July the 6th, July the 8th. The A's 2 of the walk-offs against these Seattle Mariners prior to the All-Star break.
Well, the Rally Caps have worked here in the night.
Reddick had the walk-off the Sunday before the All-Star break. And Chris Carter with a 3-run walk-off against Steve Delabar. A's would like to make it 14.
Pennington chases a ball in the dirt. Throw to first side, retired, but Josh Donaldson ties it in the bottom of the 9th here at the Coliseum. We've been here before, folks, so we're headed to extra innings. Run homer with 1 out. These are 10-5 in extra innings. Mariners are 5-9. So So Grant Balfour comes in. Cook gets the final 2 outs in the 9th. How about that play by Moss?
Oh, you're right, because that's the extra run, the insurance run the Mariners were looking for. And so Rosales make one at second, but none bigger. I mean, the huge one was Brandon Moss. That was a tremendous play for an outfielder turned first baseman at the beginning of the season in Sacramento. He has come up. He's hit 20 home runs. Made a great double play last night, 3-6-3. A couple of balls caught in foul territory and a diving stop. A great catch on a ball hit by Montero.
Number 50,
So Balfour takes over, and he's going to face the top of the order for the Mariners. Dustin Ackley, Franklin Gutierrez, and Kyle Seager.
You know, Wilhelmsen struck out the side in the 9th inning. He also walked the batter and gave up a 2-run home run.
So here's Ackley, who is 0 for 3. He walked in the 5th inning. That's the only time he's been on base today. First pitch to Ackley is a strike.
Now, the best thing for the A's, it looks like it's going to be a lefty coming in, but best thing for the A's after a huge 9th inning is to have a clean 10th inning and get quickly back in the dugout. But you're right, top of the batting order for the Mariners. It's not going to be an easy chore. That helps.
Swing and a miss by Ackley, 0-2.
Good high fastball, just elevated it, and seems to be a little haze, but clear day. Shadow is starting to creep in a little bit.
So it's been Straily, Figueroa, Neshek, Scribner, Cook, and now Balfour. And that is Oliver Perez getting loose for the Mariners. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
The curveball from Grant Balfour. He has all the pitches, and for a closer to come in, he can get loose to throw all of his pitches and finishes Ackley with a very, very good curveball right over the top. 12-6. Watch the ball just dive. Great pitch.
So here's Gutierrez. Gutierrez is 0 for 4. The Mariners only have 5 hits in the game. Swing and a miss. Popped up. Foul territory. Moss has it, and that's out number 2. So that'll bring up Kyle Seager.
And his home run started in the 4th inning, a 3-run inning.
Kyle Seager.
See the order for the Athletics in the bottom of the 10th. Crisp, Drew, and Cespedes.
Seager hit his 19th home run of the year in the 4th inning. First pitch is a bit outside. Outfield playing very deep. Missed again, 2-0, 96 miles an hour from Balfour.
All those 2 fastballs do it make it a little bit easier for Seager to think about another fastball in this count.
High to right. Reddick back. Getting under it. And he makes the catch right in front of the wall. So it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Balfour. Bottom of the 10th coming up, and he's going to have the top of the order.
Time now for the AT&T Uverse Reverse Replay. Josh Donaldson will be watching this for a long time. Hanging curveball from Tom Wilhelmsen. A's down by 2 in the 9th inning with an out, and a home run by Josh Donaldson for straightaway center field. Nothing better than an excited dugout in the 9th inning when it looks like you're going to be heading into the clubhouse with a loss, trying to win a series, coming back for tomorrow. And here is Brandon Inge. I'm surprised Brandon got the sling off. He's right in the middle of that celebration.
So it's the left-hander Oliver Perez that comes in. Perez pitched 2/3 of an inning in last night's game.
Basically, a couple of different fastballs and slider. He is a veteran. He's been around, and Eric Wedge goes to the veteran lefty in the 10th inning.
So Perez first pitch to Coco Crisp is hit hard past a diving Seager, and that's a base hit to left field. And Coco with a big turn. And Seager was playing right on the line, and that cost the Mariners, and it's a leadoff single. Coco Crisp is 4 for 5.
Unbelievable quickness at Coco Crisp. Watch how quickly he turns on his fastball inside, up in the zone a little bit. Seager on the line, able to bag and by him. Quickly by him. He saves extra bases, but an Exmo, Coco Crisp with a top hand, and Seager no chance, as it was too hard hit. He was just 90 feet away. He was thinking too, but Coco decided to shut it down.
So here's Drew.
Oh, that's a serious move there. That's one that you don't want to venture off too far, because Perez, a lefty that lifts the front leg and pauses. One of the great was Jimmy Key. That was a kind of freezing. Andy Pettit does it. Freezes the runner and just gets him tried to commit.
Drew not bunting, and the ball rolls away from Olivo, and Coco had to stay at first.
A quick pitch by Perez and maybe fooled Olivo. Sometimes if you're a runner at first, it's tough to see. If a ball gets away, you're blocked by the left-handed batter. The umpire, you don't know where the ball is. Better to just stay right there. It was not that far away. Drew was not bunting on the first pitch.
Seager even with the bag. It's a funky move, isn't it?
Very funky.
And there is a strike to Drew, and the count is 1-1. Cespedes on deck. After Cespedes, it would be Moss. Right center, but getting over there is Casper Wells, and he makes the play, and Crisp heads back to first base.
A little bit too much off the end of the bat. How about the July the 8th dimension in the bottom of the 13th? Throwback uniforms, and Jamal Weeks had singled with a couple of strikes. Josh Reddick with a walk-off. And then here it comes, and he was happy since he was the instigator. He got it full barrel. So Perez, this might help the A's. He's going to bring right-hander in to face Cespedes, but a quick move by Perez is not going to be there any longer.
All right, so pitching change with Cespedes coming up. The speedy Coco Crisp. Cespedes coming up. Cespedes is going to face Stephen Pryor. So Pryor, another hard-throwing right-hander. He's got a run off him last night. Gave up a hit, a walk, in just a third of an inning.
Remember, he replaced Furbush, who had loaded the bases, and Cespedes had the bases loaded walk. He saw 8 pitches, and then he gave up the 2-run single to Donaldson up the middle. So he does throw hard. It's good slider, cutter to go along with a fastball that he'll throw in the mid-90s. One of the youngsters that throws hard. Cespedes, unbelievable. Last night took a lot of those hard sliders for balls.
And now it's 2-0.
You know, seeing Stephen Drew not sacrifice, had he sacrificed, Cespedes would have been walked, and then Perez would have been facing left-hander Moss, and then Seth Smith after him. So, and then Reddick, another lefty. But this gave Stephen Drew a chance to swing the bat.
So now it's 3-0 to Cespedes.
What a day Yoenis Cespedes has had, both defensively and left field, swinging the bat, a couple of hits in his first 2. Scored the run on a base hit to right field, scored from first, so been a good day. Might have the green light. 3-0.
And it's not close, and it's a walk. So Pryor comes in, he throws 4 straight balls, and it's first and second. And that comes, or here comes Moss.
This was Epley, a base hit. Brandon Moss, first pitch hitting and scoring. was Cespedes. And there's a walk-off. He got the 10th walk-off when they had 10 different batters getting the walk-offs.
So the first pitch to Moss. Oh, to run! And that baby is gone. A's win it. The 14 walk-off wins. We're going to put this one right at the top.
4 pitches out of the strike zone to Brandon Moss. A good hitter will zone in. He's going to look for a fastball. Brandon Moss living a dream. And Brandon Moss got a fastball first pitch and simply crushed it. If there was ever one, that was a no doubt. This was fastball right down the middle, and he knew it was gone. Enjoy the ride and the trip around the bases. Brandon Moss, what a swing. Home run number 21. He got the 10th walk-off for the A's, and against number 14 to right field. Wow. That's fun.
Wow. I'm going to go wow with you on that. So, 2-run homer in the bottom of the 9th ties it. A 3-run homer in the bottom of the 10th wins it. And what an afternoon at the Coliseum. No doubt, best win of the year. And the A's have had some great ones. But considering where we're at in the season, what's at stake? And the A's were 2 outs away from a loss, and they turned into the best win of the year. So, unbelievable. Unbelievable. So, Brandon Moss is the hero, and he's been kind enough to join us downstairs. Brandon, what can you say? We're counting this the best win of the year. I don't think we're going out on a limb, but tell us what you're feeling right now.
You get it? It's been a long time coming. August the 3rd was the last walk-off.
It's been a while.
It's been August the 3rd was the last walk-off. And that was Coco Crisp with a sac fly.
And we'll see if we can get Brandon Moss hooked back up. And,
hello?
Can you hear us, Brandon?
Yeah, a little bit.
Attaboy.
Can you hear us okay?
You ever thought a pie would feel so good?
No, I'm just glad it's whipped cream and not shaving cream because I ate about 10 ounces of it.
All right, so you can hear us okay. What can you say about this ball game? Unbelievable. Is this the funnest game you've ever played in?
Oh, man, that was a great game. I mean, Vargas pitched so well. He does so well against us. He keeps us off balance. And, you just try to scratch out runs anytime you can. And then their bullpen, it seems like every guy in their bullpen throws 100. So, you just go up there and try to get the ball down and try to get a ball you can handle. And that was just a great game.
You living a dream?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Does it get any better than this?
No, Brandon, great hitters, and you're in that category. 21 home runs. Cespedes sees 4 pitches out of the strike zone. Now, good hitters zone in. You zoned in, and you crushed a fastball that he threw for a strike. How much were you thinking about what you did? And that is, look for the fastball, look for it, and hit it as hard as you did.
Well, that guy throws like 98 to 100, so if I'm looking for anything other than fastball, I'm probably in trouble. Right. So, I faced him last night, and he got me to pop up, so I was just trying to get a ball a little bit lower in the zone from him, and that first pitch just happened to be there.
Well, Brandon, you're hitting cleanup for a team that is closing in on a postseason berth. Would you ever thought that was going to happen maybe back in March or April?
You know what? I'm not going to lie. During the year, at the beginning of this year, I was just kind of playing for an opportunity overseas. And then, I was fortunate enough to get an opportunity here. And and they just kept running to me out there, and then I got more comfortable, and I'm just having a blast with it.
Well, I think there's one guy that you might be talking to, and that is your manager at AAA at the beginning of the season, Darren Bush, who you went to and said, can I play first base? My partner said probably the biggest play defensively was your dive on the ball hit by Montero to take the extra run away before Donaldson hit the home run. How great does it feel to play a very, very good first base in addition to hitting the biggest home run of your career?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm playing a very great first base.
Yes, you are. Double play last night, too.
I just had that other one that I dove for, hit off my glove, and that one I was able to, keep in there that time. And, he hit the ball well, and he just happened to hit it close to where I was playing, and I was able to dive and make the play.
Well, Brandon, you know what? Go enjoy this win with your teammates, and thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it.
Yes.
All right. So
talk about living a dream.
Yes, he is.
Oh,
he is.
And why not? I mean, everybody should have that attitude that Brandon Moss has. And remember, he had a home run against the A's in 2008 in Tokyo with the Boston Red Sox. He's back now, hit more home runs this year than he's ever hit, and probably none bigger than what he just hit in the 9th or 10th inning.
And you know what? A home run like this, too, we obviously enjoyed it here, but you it was also seen and heard and felt in Arlington, in Chicago, in Baltimore. I mean, listen, there's 4 or 5 games left in the season, and a guy hits a 3-run walk-off home run. Yeah. It hurts the other teams big time.
And it's amazing. Who would have ever thought, first of all, the A's would be where they are right now, but for teams to say the A's hit home runs, they hit home runs and can beat you. They have a great pitching staff. And here is what happened today. And Vargas, as great as he was for 7 innings, changeups, all strikeouts on changeups, a great one, lefties, righties. He's out of the game. It's like, good, bring anybody in. Sure. Wilhelmsen, a great closer. He gives up the 2-run home run. And then, of course, none bigger than Brandon Moss. Couldn't be happier for Brandon Moss because he is living a dream, and we all should be doing the same thing as he is doing right now.
Maybe we're all living a dream.
I think we are.
That's not out of the question either. So, what a game. What an afternoon. I'm glad we televised this.
Absolutely. That's a great point. That's right. You're right.
The A's defeat the Seattle Mariners 7-4 on a walk-off home run by Brandon Moss in the bottom of the 10th inning. So, the dream season rolls on for the A's as they close in on a postseason berth. 7-4 is your final in 10 innings. You've been watching A's baseball on Comcast Sportsnet, part of the NBC Sports Group. Don't go away. A's postgame live with Brody Brazil and Shooty Babbitt is set to go right now.